Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today we are certain to be checking out something extremely cool because this is from the Infinite Charlie brand. A brand that is very new to me but has done many things that I have never seen before. The last couple of things that were sent from Aurora Blade or Exclusive Folders, which is absolutely a website you should check out. They carry a number of brands that most people are not familiar with, including myself. So check them out. I'll link them down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Thanks to Exclusive Folders for sending this in. But I was introduced to this brand by the owner of Exclusive Folders, and the last thing was sent with the lunar eclipse knife that was like singing and reverberating. That was so wild, man. But this is another one, and if it's one of the knives that is available on their website, it's one of only 3 models, so I have a feeling I know what this is, but I'm still very excited to check it out. So, and I'm also wondering if that's the end of the zipper. Okay, so this, do we have a little proprietary tool? It looks like we do. And we have the little skull and scythe there. And here is the knife. Okay, it looks like we have some zirconium. Yeah. Not what oh wait, no, is it? Oh my God, what is the blade finish? Oh man, what's going on here? Oh, how cool. Okay, is this another integral? No, this one has a backspacer. Do we have... I'm not sure if that's residue or marks. I'll look at that after the video. But beautiful, beautiful oil slick zirconium right there. And it looks like the centering is also perfect. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's what makes me wonder if it's just crud. Is all the fingerprints and stuff. Yeah, so this, look at that blade. Oh my goodness. So this, I think, if the spelling on their website is intentional and accurate, it's called the C Bream, which is very cool. This is a little smiley face right there. Carbon fiber, shred carbon fiber laid into a piece that is likely laid into the zirconium. That's what we're looking at there. Little ball bearing pocket clip, interesting. Not sure how I feel about that. The oil slick zirconium frame is nice, and then we have an additional nested liner lock. Oh, hold on. You also sing. You also make noise. Hold on. It's different. It's a different sound than the other one. I'm going to try this a few different ways. Do you hear it? Let's try it this way. Yeah. It's a different twang. It's a different sound than the other one. Let's take a look at this blade finish. This is something different. This is not, it's not the sand polish. It's not a hand rubbed satin. It doesn't look like a tumbled finish. It also doesn't necessarily look like a glass blasting. This is, I don't know. This almost looks like vapor, like maybe like they polished it and then vapor blasted it. Look how perfect that line is. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And this one intentionally meets right at the cutting. It can't go perfectly to the tip because they have to have room for the cutting bevel itself. So the most accurate way that they can do this is exactly how they did it here. I'll zoom in. My voice is going to sound different because of the audio in the zoom, but I'd say that's about as accurate as they could possibly do it. That's very, very impressive. Wow. Okay, so smiley face is just really funny. Let's try the thumb studs real quick. That's just, if this is like a new thing, maybe this is like, you know, the first time that I had ever heard a blade that really sang and it sounded good. Like, for example, my Dirac Delta from Microtech sings because the spring deadening goop on the inside is just not goopy enough. And I think that was just an issue with the Dirac Delta. Now that sounds bad. That sounds like a piano that has not been tuned, or If you were to throw a child's bumble ball into the compartment of a piano where the strings are and the piano's not tuned, that's kind of what it sounds like. It's not very pleasing. The first time I heard some type of reverberation that was cool or pleasing was with Herman knives. Now, with Herman knives, to my knowledge, they said that originally the ones that did that, it was not intentional. It was just a byproduct of, their process. And a lot of people liked it, so they just kind of kept that, whatever it was that made it do that. This, I believe, I've heard this before, for example, like the Poicolo and Mundus Alchem. Those things sing, and they have this sound, right? Now, Poicolo and Mundus, and also the Exclusive Folders website, and perhaps this company here, maybe, because they all kind of just, into existence. Like, they weren't here, and then they were all here. And so I'm wondering what the connection is, because there's little indicators. Now, the other thing that I want to point out is I'm almost certain that there's multiple OEMs involved. It's not just different brand names, it's multiple OEMs, because there is a difference between, for example, Infinite Charlie knives and Poicolo knives. Not necessarily better or worse, they feel different. And anybody who's handled them, you can tell. Like the finished work and the processes and just the way that they feel, the way that the detent feels when it breaks and all of that. And it's not just weight and mass of blade and different dimensions of things. There is a difference, a distinct difference. So, but I wonder if this is all kind of like a thing that a bunch of groups figured out at once and started implementing in these knives. Because reverberating in a pleasant way, that sort of singing, humming noise when you deploy a blade, the reason that, for example, I find it appealing is because when I was a kid, all the cartoons and all the cool movies and the superheroes, when they pulled those swords out, whooshing, it was so cool. And if you watch modern anime, swords make noise even when they're not moving. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of the anime that I've seen, katanas make noises that are similar to cocking a shotgun. They go clack, shing, and like, they'll just be like holding it and just turning. It's so funny. Just the protagonist, who is typical, he's kind of like what do they call? What's that word where you're like, oh yeah, aloof, right? He is aloof. He's very Sigma aura. Troubled past, mysterious past, right? And, for by cartoon standards, impossibly good looking. And he wants no business. I want no business with you. Right? Stay out of my way. All of that. It's like raining. You can see his reflection in the street. And after he has, and the bad guy's like, yeah, whatever. And it comes at him, and the protagonist like, ching, slices him up. And the girl in the background's like, oh my! Oh no, a troubled handsome male. I have to fix him. Like that, terrible. What is that, like multi-decade trope with anime? Boo! Anyways, while he is turning his blade just to resheath it, it's not interacting with anything, but for some reason, the act of turning the blade makes the blade sing and make crackling sort of gun cocking noises. That's even before it touches the sheath. And there's a whole plethora, a whole buffet, a symphony of noises that occurs once it goes back into the sheath. This is, of course, exaggerated and it's nonsense, but it is kind of cool. It does, I'm like, that's corny as hell, but it's kind of cool. And as a kid, yeah, all the freaking swords and blades, like they made noises and things like that. So I find it appealing in that way. Very cool oil slick. This is completely different than what you would see. People who don't know what they're looking at will say it looks gas stationy. This is an oil slick finish on top of zirconium, which is very, very different than titanium nitride applied via PVD to cheap knives. It's not even in the same universe. But yeah, very, very cool. And obviously have a lot to learn about this thing. But very impressive. No detent lash or anything like that. Very, very nice tolerances. And I'm seeing now why this is shaped this way. It's shaped this way because of the smiley face pivot. Okay. Very, very cool. I will return with a full review on this knife, but that's going to be it for now. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.